Act 5, let's go. Got a skill point here. Alright, we were going for strength here, but we're going to abort ship on that because we got it on our belt. We're in good shape with that. We're still desperately looking for some useful gloves. I'm going to take another node down here. As soon as we get 2 more skill points, we'll be able to unspec all of this and spend those points wherever we'd like. But we'll be in pretty good shape. What we're going to do is come up here through some minion damage. Come on over here to some minion defense. Then we're going to get some more life for ourselves and all res. Come up here, improve our golems. Come up here, improve our minions. After that, we're gonna get some more life for our minions, survivability, start working our way down towards pact. We can pick up this life here if we feel like we need it. We've got a jewel socket that's easily accessible if we feel like we need it. We got some more nodes over here on the minion wheel. So right now, the build's feeling strong. Survivability's pretty good. Let's just check our guide, make sure we're in a good place. Finished Act 4, so we wanted Absolution, Minion Damage, Physical Lightning. We just got Spell Echo. We didn't link it though, I don't think, did we? Let's see, Spell Echo's here. So we want to put Spell Echo in where the Phantasms are. We're gonna have to say goodbye to our Phantasms, which were really cool, but Spell Echo is a little too good for us to give up. We've got our Purity of Elements and Skitterbots. We're not using Clarity or Vitality. We got our Golems and Specters. We got Feeding Frenzy, but we don't really have the links to use them. Let's see, right now, do we put a Spectre in? We have Frostplink here. Yeah, we've got our Spectre here, Feeding Frenzy here, so that's good. We're just raising any old mob that we kill for a Spectre because they're not that useful right now, but sometimes they'll trigger Feeding Frenzy, which is nice. Later on, this will become much more valuable to us. We got ourselves a minion life gem from the library. We got our golems. We can't use them yet because we have no place to put them, which is a little sad. And we've got our automation and convocation. Also don't have any place to put them, which is kind of sad. So we can do a few things to improve our circumstances. I think if we could use this wand with the 1 red socket, then we can get our stone golem. But we really need those gloves, and we looked and we have failed to find anything good in the vendors. So we'll be looking for drops, we'll be looking for basically anything. We want to get some more sockets going. Alright, for now, let's get going. Damage is good. We pretty much crushed everything in our path, this path zone.
When I'm ready,
And I don't think this will be any different. In the zone, pretty much just want to run straight till we find a quest item. If we have Convocation, we'd be a lot better off because our minions would be regenerating life automatically and they'd always be with us basically. So man, we need some decent gloves. But as you can see, we're actually okay. Here's our quest item.
thaumaturgy and science combined. That's rather clever.
We're gonna work our way through here. You can follow the basic pattern that I'm following to find the exit. It's definitely a confusing zone. There's some places where you need to use your movement skill to clear a gap in the fence to get up to the upper level or get down. A unique ring, probably useless. So there's the gap there. Frost blink up or using another movement skill. Okay, got a mini boss up here. And it had no chance.
These beauties. Perfectly defined. I need more mana.
Alright. Out of that area.
These people have no idea their time is almost up. When I'm ready, I'm not prepared.
Alright, we're basically looking for one of several exits here. There's a few side quests in this area. Once we pass that this bridge here, I'm gonna turn right. Not yet. This right. Alright. Use our quest item to open the door. Got a waypoint.
I swore they would suffer for exiling me, and I always keep my promises.
Gotta love the witch. Alright, so this zone can be relatively dangerous. You got a lot of rare and magic mobs. So you gotta be a little more cautious than usual. Generally we wanna use our frostplate to stay out of damage. Just sort of watch what's going on around you a little bit. You get into too big a pack, no shame in backing off or kiting them. Alright, strong box.
More mana.
Yeah, see that corpse explosion? Very dangerous. Cool. Nothing. Strong box, but the mob dropped. Nice item.
When I'm ready, I'm not prepared.
So, small currency, it's okay to spend cautiously during the campaign. You don't get a ton of it, so when you use it, you want to use it intentionally. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That is insane. So, that is an extremely rare occurrence to drop a divine orb during a campaign. Now the weird thing is, I tested this before I made this, to make this guide. Now I'm replaying it so I can do the walkthrough, right? During that test, I also dropped a divine orb. That's kind of incredible. So if this were a new league, and this was a league start, and you dropped a divine, if you're playing in the trade league, it's gonna set you up for an incredible league because it's worth a lot, and in trade, you can get a lot of great items to launch your character once you get to the end game.
Something's here. Something different.
You could use it to buy some things to help you with leveling, but this character really doesn't need anything, so I wouldn't do that. If you dropped divine, count your lucky stars, and then wait till you get to the end game and figure out what items are really going to be helpful to you. Usually, you can, for 1 chaos, you can get rings with life and good resistances. Maybe 5 chaos for a good one at the beginning of league start, and they get cheaper as time goes on. People have what they need, but that divine's going to be worth 100 chaos or more. And chaos values will vary over time with the league. It can peak even in the 200 chaos plus value. You can buy a lot of starter equipment for that. If you want to build a character that requires some uniques, chances that you'll get a unique in a playthrough is really unlikely. But in trade, someone will get it, and you can just buy it from them. And you'll have plenty of currency to do that with that divine, so... Man, talk about crazy luck. Now I'm playing solo southbound, which I don't really recommend unless you know what you're doing and you want the challenge. I just think most people have fun in the trade league, but it's your game, it's up to you. So for me, that divine in solo southbound is useless. Right, what am I going to do with it? It rerolls the values of your mods, and you can do that as a very fine-tuning step, or I think some of the vendor or the craft bench recipes use divines. But for high-end crafting, which I rarely do, so it's kind of a funny thing to drop in solo southbound. And what I would do is convert the character to trade league because I couldn't pass up the value of it. Alright, so basically I'm working around the perimeter here. At a certain point in the interior, you're going to see a symbol on the mini-map for a crafting recipe. I already got it, so it's not going to show up for me, but for you it will. So you want to go into the interior to get that, but come back, and what I do is I just follow the exterior of this building. If you know the layout really well, you can take a shortcut potentially, but I don't know, hardly ever works out for me. And this is such good leveling. You can get so many rare monsters, so many magic monsters here. Great place to gain experience and drop items, so I just go through it. The character's feeling super strong, so I don't feel, any danger. Not to say I won't die randomly here, because that's just Path of Exile, but... And I don't play safe at all. If I played safe on this character, I think I had very few deaths. Except for first act. First act is kind of wicked. They rebalanced the game a few leagues ago to make it more challenging. I thought it was kind of strange that they decided to make the first act, especially that first real zone, the mud flats with the row, is so difficult. Actually, I want to spell my skill point here before I go in, but... Alright. Oh, I got another one.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
Let's start with you.
So this
shall
guy's
we?
got phases. He's got some really nasty attacks. So, best defense here is just a good offense. So this is one of his phases. He becomes invulnerable and he spawns these ads. Very dangerous, so don't lose your focus, like respecting your character or anything. Alright, so my damage here is very good.
That power, incredible.
Alright, those statues will come up and smack you with their swords. Needless to say,
I need more mana.
they do some good damage. Got a rotating attack that follows you.
When I'm ready and not before.
Some of these ads can actually be pretty tough. There's a rare one or a unique one or something like that. This character's just gonna nuke them all, so... Stay out of the beam. Pretty obvious. Damage. We're pushing him through his phases so fast, he's really not able to do many of his... Yeah, there's the unique one. Pushing him through the phases so fast, he's hardly able to do anything. Yeah. So he's got the beams. He's got another attack that's extremely deadly and difficult to dodge. You want to basically use the statues to block him.
And only you, I shall save.
Okay, we're blocked. We respect our tree when we're in the fight. Not really recommended. We can get some more damage over here. We can get some life over here. So we got 5 points altogether. We're gonna take our big life node here for our minions. They got some regen. And we can do the leech. So leech is when they do damage to a monster, some of the damage they do is leached back to them. So they actually heal themselves by attacking. 1% is actually pretty decent, but it's not huge, so you know, it can't survive everything. This right here, increased health, and that leech will definitely help them stay alive. We're gonna come and get some more life and damage here. 1 more point. Okay, we'll just finish that up. But that's definitely significantly... It's a quest thing that you should watch. Lore thing. We're gonna leave. Talk to this guy.
What in damnation of...
Yeah, don't get upset. Alright, so the exit here is sometimes a little weird. It's not the same zone as where you entered, because it's gone through some destruction. You generally want to go...
I need more mana.
I want to go up. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I think this... Oh, circles. You gotta watch out for that. Alright. That glass blowers bobble allows us to upgrade flasks. We don't want to use that until we get our end game flasks. We've got a unique here, which normally you'd want to avoid, but since we're basically destroying everything, might as well kill him. We get nothing. Drop literally no loot. That's one of the weird things about Path of Exile. It's like you fight a boss, you fight a incredibly powerful rare, drops nothing. Kill a tiny little white mob somewhere in the middle of nowhere, drops a divine orb. That's the Path of Exile experience. Just keep rolling the dice. Small chance. Roll the dice enough, you'll get something. So the efficiency of the game is basically rolling the dice as fast as you can. What kinds of activities can you engage in where you're, you know, having those small chances occur as quickly as possible? Man, I can't believe we cannot find a pair of gloves. Well, in this run through, I definitely got incredibly lucky with a few things, not to mention that divine orb drop, which is totally insane. But yet, can't just find something simple like an okay pair of gloves. Just the way it goes. Alright, we're gonna go find the waypoint. We're gonna go back to town. Look for gloves again. We respect our character, so he's feeling pretty strong right now. We can get our golems set up with some better links.
Thank you.
We'll be in a really good place. Alright, we get a flask here, one with the granite.
You deserve recognition for what you...
Get a gem here, a jewel rather.
Once Kitava...
I always take the blue one. And actually, I did have a reward, which I didn't make a video of. You get that just as you enter the zone. Let's see. No good wands here. Oh, I have a minion wand. 2 blues. Yeah, actually, this could be a solution. Buy it. Let's sell some stuff here we're not using. I didn't unveil those. Okay. Movement speed and nothing else. That's actually my Act 1 boots are better than these. Great. Okay. Ring, got strength, and no life. Useless. We don't need to keep that around anymore. We got several flasks here. Unveil them, see if we got anything good. Superior. Okay. Seething, that means it's instant recovery, which is pretty nice. When you need healing, instant is nice. Still got our sealing flask, anti-bleed from Act 1. And this one gives some life to minions, which is not very useful actually, so we're going to use the instant flask, and we're going to get rid of these others. Bone ring, I don't know. This is I'm not feeling it. Say goodbye.
For freedom.
divine orb. That's so crazy. Oh yeah, we got this unique. I forgot about it. Alright, Black Heart gives us some physical damage, chaos damage to attacks, tiny bit of regen, and we can cause monsters to flee. Yeah, I'm selling it. It's actually okay for some characters in their start, but we're not going to be doing that, so I'm just going to sell it. Got this granite flask. So I am not big on pressing flasks, so this is useful later, but I'm not going to use it now. We've got our jewel. Damage over time, we don't do that. That's not helpful. Cast speed when holding a shield, that's slightly useful to us. Engage energy shield, hit with attacks. We're not hitting with our attacks, so it's not useless, but it's not doing anything for us. Goodbye.
Remember,
unlike sometimes.
Turn in our quest item, get a skill point. This guy gets mad at us.
Innocence blesses your journey.
Okay, still need gloves.
greetings.
Wrong vendor.
What do you need?
All right. Good. Energy shield gloves. 2 blues and a red. So could be good. It's a white item. We can't use it yet. It's level 47. We are level 46, so we're very close. We're gonna take them and we're gonna see what we can make of them.
Innocence forgives you.
We don't have any essences, I don't think. Do we have any alks? We even have an alchemy orb. So we can't really roll them into anything useful. We've got some sockets here that are useful to us. So we're just going to hold them and wait. Okay, we do have this wand. Can't do anything useful with it in terms of rolling it. We don't have an alch or an essence. So we're a little stuck on that. But it's got better links. Is it worth it going with better links? Well, we can get our carrion golem in there, so that is definitely an upgrade. So we're going to do it. Not the best trade, but it's okay. Yeah, this we're just going to throw away. We've got our carrion golem here. We can summon it once we're out of town. We got our final point there, and do we want anything here? We're barely using offerings. Holy Might doesn't help us. Penetrating elemental resistances is useful, but I can probably wait to take that. So those masteries are helpful, but we're going to wait. We got more life that we could take here, but let's start. Let's go up here, and we'll start working towards this minion damage and this minion defenses. Okay, let's go. Back here in the square, we're going to do a couple of side quests. We're going to summon our golem. We're going to summon a specter.
I need more mana.
Alright, our golem is more likely to get kills than our specter. So actually, I'm going to swap these. So the carrion golem is linked to Feeding Frenzy. Alright. The specter is really low value and utility right now, but that'll change in the next act.
When I'm ready, then not before.
Alright. Looking for 2 side areas down over here. There's also a hideout. I don't know if it appears every time you run this zone or not, but we'll see it on the map if it's here. But here's one side area.
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior? Oh no.
He's not very tough, especially for this character. Just stay away from the front of him.
Orient was mine to burn.
Okay, who moved him?
Took that from me.
Here's that hideout
you will join
if
the
you
pile.
have never been there. Okay. Alright, gotta pick up a couple quest items in here. What did I just get there? Was it an elk? They made the game very sensitive in terms of picking up items not long ago, and sometimes you just pick things up. Oh, circles, watch out. Okay, lightning shrine, nice, good damage. First quest item. Some more there you should listen to. Order of Regret. It gives us a point to respec passive tree with. Pretty useful. We won't need it in this run through. There's an elk. Nice.
When I'm ready and not before.
Quartz flask can be helpful. I won't use it, but we'll collect it in case we change our minds. And oh, nice. Unique gloves. Quest item. Okay. Spectre and Golem are still alive, that's good. Going. Using. Strongbox. Nothing special. Chromatic orb. We're looking for one more item, I can't remember. And it's here. Yeah, we got them all. I usually walk out of this zone to the waypoint. If you don't like the zone, you could just portal out back to town. But I just finished the loop. Usually pretty good density of monsters. Chances of getting something. Not bad. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're gonna go back to town, get our reward.
No.
Skill point, good. And he's gonna give us something useless. Only thing helpful here for us would be the shield. 4 blues. That's not a minion one, so that's not really what we want. I mean, we could use it, but why? We don't want it. See what we got. Okay, there's no life on it. It's useless. 2.9 life regen per second. Totally useless. No life. Useless. Alright. No life. All res is okay, but we don't really need it. Useless. And that's what we got. Let's see what these are. Allopathy blight skill. Alright, it's a damage of chaos damage over time. We're not doing anything like that. Increased area effect would actually be helpful to us. Blight we're not using. Can't be hindered, which is kinda nice. So these are barely of use to us. For a chaos dot build, they might be usable. I don't know if people actually use these or not. We did get 2 elks though, so we can make our wand rare. And we got cold damage to spells. It's okay, although we're not doing cold damage, it still helps. Global critical strike helps. Lightning resistance is fine for us. Light radius is, well, I mean, okay. Not really a stat you aim for, but okay, whatever. So let's elk our gloves and pray. Accuracy, energy shield. 100 energy shield total on the item is actually pretty good. 12 regens, hardly anything. 3 mana per enemy killed is actually pretty good, because that's really going to boost our mana regen. That's a surprisingly good stat, even though it looks pretty pathetic. We got 3 good usable sockets, which is the biggest part of it. We got no life, which is bad. So we're losing strength, but we fixed that with our belt. And the rest of these gloves are total junk, so... Uh-oh. What happened? Actually, we don't have enough strength. That's okay, because we have a skill point. We can fix that on the tree. So let's go fix that on the tree. Or hope we fixed it on the tree. And actually, before I do that, let me just show you something helpful here. So if you your stats are too low on things, you're not sure exactly why, you can just go here to your passive tree, and it's going to highlight for you what your stat is that you're missing. So you just need 16 strength. When I respec this point, I can cancel the respecking so that I'm not actually losing it. My strength is fine now. So these gloves work. My skills all work. I can put my stone golem in here, automation in here, convocation in here. Huge upgrade to my character right there. Okay, so I want to make sure we got all of our automations going. I want to sell this junk.
We live in interesting... Don't ever give up.
Oh, I forgot to sell that. That can go in there. This is something I was saving just in case I needed the socket colors. Alright. So I'll just hold on to that just in case.
Yes.
Okay, got one more point here. Go with this Lord of the Dead. We got increased life and on our minions and damage. That's good. Okay, huge improvement to our character with those sockets. Let's go on back. Let's see. We need to go and get a quest item here. There's our stone golem. We'd really prefer to have the stone golem rather than the carrion golem, because it gives us life regen and taunt, so it's more defensive. It's really going to be your decision which golem you want to use. Eventually you'll be able to use them both. I'm going to go back to my carrion golem because it's more damage for my minions. Alright, I want to make sure that I have both my automations running. One is for steel skin and one is for convocation. And I can tell that I have both the steel skin ones here on two different skill slots because they're both activated, but you can see even though the icon's exactly the same, this one's not activated so that you know it's for that other skill. Alright, so now I got convocation. Alright, I got a specter, I got a carrion golem, I could switch to my stone if I wanted to, which if I start to have some trouble with survivability, I will definitely switch. But right now it's in a socket, so it's getting levels. It's going to be strong when I want to use it. Yeah, you can see this is pretty strong. See if I'm going the right way. I might not be going the right way. Yeah. You can see the minions doing a pretty good job of clearing all on their own. You can see that Feeding Frenzy buffs triggering pretty often here because that carrion golem throws out an area attack that catches a lot of monsters. It does pretty good damage. Once I get a Val summon skeletons,
I need more mana.
I'm gonna be unstoppable. Watch out for those green orbs. Very nasty.
When I'm ready and not
Circles, get out of there. Alright, here's our quest item. There'd also be a crafting recipe here if you didn't already get it.
The more I want it.
It's just behind this door normally. There. Okay, we're gonna go fight the final Act 5 boss. We got everything we need now that we have the staff. It's an interesting fight. It transitioned us to Act 6, where sort of the second half of the game, this is the first big boss you fight. We're going to be very well prepared for it. Not to say we won't die, but we're not really going to have much trouble taking it down. Up on this roof, things get a little nasty. You've got these demons that jump on you. I've got a pretty strong slam attack. Not always a problem, but catch you off guard pretty easily. Just go straight. You have to work your way around these barriers a little bit. There's some demons. Alright. We got a projectile too. So, combination of their attacks can definitely catch you. Alright, so here's the final boss arena. Boss is going to come up down on this end. All kinds of ground degens, all kinds of attacks happening. Ads will happen. You'll see.
Come, Ravenous One. Let me devour your heart.
Alright, it's got that little sweeping attack. Pretty easy to see coming. That punch is kind of hard to avoid sometimes. We're just kicking this thing's ass, though. Alright, as soon as he comes up, he's vulnerable again. Ouch. Circles. Ground degens. There's his heart. Need to do a certain amount of damage to it. Got these ads. These ads are really nasty. So, much as you want to focus the damage on the heart, you have to be careful of the ads. The ground degens here. Gotta get out of the way. Circles.
When I'm ready, I'm not before.
Punched. Okay, ouch. You can see we got plenty of health to absorb his damage, though. Here's his heart again. Ads. Alright. Ground degen. Circles. Alright, I think this is the end. I'm gonna get pissed off.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished.
You'll notice here, we just lost minus 30 all res. So, by defeating that boss, it actually gives you a permanent debuff. You can't get rid of that, and now all your resistances have been lowered. So that's something you're going to have to deal with either through gear, or we also have our Purity of Elements. So here we are, Act 6. Let's just check back in the guide, make sure we got everything we needed in this act. Alright, we got our 4 link with our means, that's Act 4. Act 5, here, Act 6 plus, okay. Alright, so we're going to get our specters here in Act 6. I didn't even include in Act 5, because it's just the same thing. Probably missed some Trials of Ascendancy, so we'll have to go back and take care of those if we miss those. We got all of our gems. We did our best linking these golems. It's not perfect, so we're still going to get some, look for better links, look to improve our gear, but our gems are pretty much set at this point. So Act 6, just looking ahead. Main thing we're going to make sure that is our resistances are in a good place. They don't have to be capped at 75, they just have to be reasonable. If they're around 50, maybe even in the 40s, you'll probably be okay. My last playthrough, I think I had one of my resistances at around 40%, and actually didn't have any problems at all. Not to say that's good. If we can get them higher, it'll be better, but this is the first place in Act 6 where you really want to start paying attention. Okay, we're going to stop there, take a break, and I'll see you in the next video.